Have you ever seen a product and thought, who actually buys stuff like that? I do. I'm exactly the type of person who buys stuff like that. And in this episode of the Studio Review, I'll be unboxing and reviewing 5 unhinged products that have actually been released by fast food companies, like a KFC Candle, Dunkin Shampoo, and a few others that'll make you question why they exist. All right, let's get into it. For this video, I scoured the internet for some of the weirdest and wildest fast food products I could find, and we're gonna start things off by getting a whiff of that candle from KFC. Oops. This candle was actually the inspiration for this video, and the first time I saw it was on an Instagram ad, and I was literally like, why? To be fair, I do feel like the chicken from KFC does smell pretty good, but I wouldn't say that I want the inside of my house to smell like a KFC. Although my local KFC just closed, so this candle might be the only KFC smells that I'm getting for the foreseeable future. I actually went and checked the dumpster to see if I could get that giant bucket from out front, but they'd gotten rid of all the branded stuff so quickly. All right, so this candle is made in partnership with a company called Homesick, but it is on the official KFC store. You just have to scroll down pretty far to find it. The name of the scent is called Bucket of Chicken, and I think they also make one called Buttery Biscuit, and the box for this one says, a blend of herbs and spices excite the senses in a familiar way. Perfectly fried chicken fuses with garlic for an addictive scent explosion. Oh, and then there's some candle lore here. So the top notes that I'm supposed to be getting are chicken and browned flour. The mid notes are peppercorn and celery, and then the base notes are oregano, sage, and garlic. I don't know, you guys. Sounds like they might be giving away some of their secret recipe. Right off the bat, I wouldn't say that it smells like super chickeny. I'm gonna go ahead and light it. We're just gonna let that burn for a little bit there. And while that gets going, I'm gonna explain how I'll be reviewing these items. So I was trying to think through some sort of rating system, and here's what I came up with. Each product is gonna fall into one quadrant of this diagram right here. So the x-axis is whether I think it should exist or not. On the negative side, you've got shouldn't exist. And on the positive side, you've got should exist. And then the y-axis is whether I'm into it. So the positive side is I am into it, and the negative side is I'm not into it. So quadrant 1 would be this should exist and I'm into it. Quadrant 2 would be I'm acknowledging that this probably shouldn't exist, but I'm actually kind of into it. Quadrant 3 is this shouldn't exist and I'm also not into it. And then quadrant 4 would be I can see why this exists, but I'm not into it. Okay, we've got a little bit of wax melting here. In science class, you're always supposed to waft. I don't know, you guys. It just kind of has a candle smell. This is probably going to be offensive to candle aficionados, but I feel like the prevailing scent is like fire. I'm going to close my eyes and picture a bucket of chicken. I hate to say it, but I'm gonna go shouldn't exist and I'm not into it. Just gonna leave that right over here. All right, next up is something that you may have seen before on TikTok or Instagram, and it's called the Not Fried Chicken Ice Cream. This one I actually unboxed earlier because I needed to put it in the freezer once it arrived. Okay, a lot of people think this is from KFC, and I think that's because there's a popular creator that reviewed this but put them in a KFC bucket first. And then I saw another creator who made her own fried chicken ice cream but also put it in a KFC bucket. But this is actually made by a place called Life Raft Treats in Charleston, South Carolina, which was founded by an award-winning pastry chef named Cynthia Wong. I think other companies have tried to replicate this, but this is the original. I'll explain how I got it from South Carolina to Virginia in just a second, but I'm gonna try it out first. Oh my gosh. That's what it looks like. I feel like I'm doing one of my wings videos. One thing they say in the instructions is to just let it sit for a few minutes. So set out at room temperature for 5 to 7 minutes before serving. And when I read that, I felt so vindicated because when I was in college, I ate a lot of ice cream sandwiches, and I prefer my ice cream on ice cream sandwiches to be a little bit on the softer side. So I would take them out of the freezer, unwrap them, and then just kind of let them sit there. And my college roommates gave me the hardest time about that. They said it was psychopathic behavior, but I just referred to it as letting it cook. And then a few minutes later, you bite down the ice cream sandwich and it's soft, it melts in your mouth. I'm not trying to have to chew through my ice cream sandwich. So anyways, turns out. Okay, also just to be clear, these are not chicken flavored as far as I know. There's no chicken in it, but I am curious to see if it'll mess with my brain. Oh, I mean, that's really good. Oh, okay, that one kind of fell apart. Okay. I hesitated at first because I almost feel like the breading on this reminded me more of fried chicken than like the scent of this candle. On their website, it calls the ice cream waffle ice cream, and I tried to look it up, but I don't really know what that means. The bone that you see on the inside, that is chocolate covered cookie, and then the breading is caramelized white chocolate plus crushed cornflakes. Something about the cornflakes flavor does give it kind of this like bready taste to it. It's really filling. I think I'm gonna do one more. I actually brought some gravy. Okay, that's crazy good. You probably guessed this, but this is caramel sauce, not gravy. But it is delicious. I was also hoping that this was going to look a little bit more like barbecue sauce. It's just chocolate syrup, but that's pretty unmistakable. So a little messy to eat. The bone in this one is a lot thicker, like almost like a pretzel stick. Okay, I think the gravy or the caramel is a lot better. I mean, that's not bad, but this is really, really good. I'm going to see if I can trick my brain by smelling the candle and then eating the ice cream. I don't smell it. It does not smell like chicken to me. Okay, here we go. Okay, would not recommend the smelling eating combo. I'm making a mess, but it's really good. Okay, I'm gonna say that this one probably should not exist, but I'm actually really into it. Oh, also, the reason I was able to get this ice cream from South Carolina is because of Goldbelly, who's the sponsor of this episode. Goldbelly is an amazing site where you can get the most iconic, famous foods from restaurants all across the US, and they'll ship it free to your door anywhere in the country. For example, my wife and I used to live in New England where we could literally eat lobster pulled fresh from the ocean that day, and I miss that so much because you can't really do that in Virginia. But I was actually able to get fresh lobster rolls from McClune's Lobster Shack in Maine shipped to me through Goldbelly. Everything arrived in great shape, and there are super easy to follow instructions for how to prep your food. And this was on a whole new level compared to a typical meal delivery service. Like, it's insane to me that I'm eating a lobster roll from Maine in my own kitchen. Or if you're a longtime viewer of the channel, you may remember that in my New York City video, I had to locate the Magnolia Bakery near Lincoln Center and order their iconic banana pudding. Well, Goldbelly lets me get that exact same banana pudding shipped right to my door. I just feel like Goldbelly is such an amazing gift for the foodies in your life. Like, you can get brisket shipped from Franklin's in Austin, Texas, cheesesteaks shipped from Pat's in Philly, or countless other dishes from award-winning chefs across the country. So if you're looking for that perfect gift or want to impress your friends and family with an epic meal the next time you host, go to goldbelly.com to get free shipping and 20% off your first order with promo code REVUE. The link's also in the description, and that code is spelled REVUE. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and blow out this candle because it's too hot for that. Okay, I think I might have gotten a little bit of like oregano that time. Still no chicken. All right, the restaurant whose products I'm reviewing next is one that I have an on-again, off-again relationship with, and that's Chipotle. I actually got two of their products, and the first one is cilantro soap. I will be reusing this. Okay, so this is amazing. The back says, "What if soap tasted like cilantro?" And then there are a bunch of bullet points underneath. The first one says, "Do not eat soap, LOL." That's amazing. The card that comes with it says that 100% of profits go to support organizations that are making apparel and farming more sustainable. So you're welcome, Earth. Both this and the other product that I got are on Chipotle's official merch store, and I like that they have to specify that this is 100% real, and to me that's an early indication that this probably shouldn't exist. They also say that it's for cilantro lovers and haters alike. So I don't know if you guys know this, but apparently for a small portion of the population, cilantro is disgusting. Like, it tastes like soap to them, which I'm guessing that's why, you know. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica, it varies geographically, so it's a lower percentage of people in places where cilantro is more prevalent, like Central America and India, but in East Asia it might be as high as like 20% of people. And apparently that's due to a genetic variation, like it's not just a preference thing. Your genes literally predispose you to taste an organic chemical compound that the majority of people can't taste. I definitely don't have that because I'm a big cilantro guy. And on first glance, looking at the ingredients, it's like, wait a second, there isn't even cilantro in here. But after a little research, I did discover that cilantro is the name of the leaves of the coriander plant, and this bar of soap does have coriander in it, so we're good. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Right off the bat, I don't know if it's like spot on. It smells a little soapy to me, or maybe I've developed the gene. All right, I think I'm gonna go try to wash my hands with this and see what happens. Okay, it doesn't smell bad. I just feel like in the same way that the candle smelled like candle to me, this just kind of smelled like soap to me. Like if I did do a blind smell test for $1 million, I don't think I could have gotten that this was supposed to smell like cilantro. Honestly, that probably says more about me than it does about the soap, but I'm gonna say that this probably doesn't need to exist, and also I'm not that into it. Don't get me wrong, like I'm gonna use it, but would I spend money on this again? No. All right, and as promised, I did get a second product from Chipotle, and that's a custom t-shirt where you put your exact order on there. Another one of these. Okay, so this is my Chipotle order. This is a bowl, not a burrito. So chicken, white rice. This is interesting that they put it in this order because you start with rice and then beans. Like you couldn't rearrange the items on the order form. So I go white rice, black beans, chicken, and then if I'm ordering through the app, I'll go extra fajita veggies because they always skimp on those. And if I'm ordering in person, I'll usually ask for a big scoop of the mild and then a small scoop of the hot or the salsa roja. And cheese, honestly, I'm 50-50 on cheese. But I put it on the shirt, and then lettuce. Sometimes I do get guac, but I don't actually like to pay for guac, so I thought about adding it to the shirt, but then I'd be like really committed to having guac, so I didn't include it. I will say that this, I mean, it's like a high quality shirt. I do like custom tags. Got this custom tag in the neck here, and then this little logo on the hem, which is cool. It's very soft. I'm gonna put it on in just a second. I do feel like I'm gonna feel pretty dumb wearing this. No offense if you have one of these, I don't think that I have the confidence to pull this kind of thing off. But I do feel like the only way to really put this item to the test is to go to Chipotle and see if they know what to put in my bowl because of the shirt. All right, got my shirt on. I forgot that I'm also gonna do a bonus item. Okay, that is a callback. So I'm gonna do an extra item on my way to Chipotle, and that is this Domino's air freshener. I don't 100% remember how I got this, but I think that it was sent to my P.O. box with a Christmas card. So if you sent this to me, thank you. Also, if you wanna send me mail, my P.O. box address is in the description. I read everything you guys send me, which is so fun. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just rip this open. I'm assuming it's gonna smell like pizza, or that's the goal. It smells like men's deodorant. I wonder if they give these to their drivers to like make the cars smell better. In my head, I was really thinking that this was gonna smell like pizza. I'm gonna leave that there in case it starts to smell better, but for now, I'm gonna say doesn't need to exist, not into it. If it smelled like pizza, I think I'd feel differently, but as it stands, I don't really get it. Let's go get a burrito bowl. All right, I made it to Chipotle. I'm gonna have to throw away this air freshener because it's starting to give me a headache. It's almost like Axe body spray, like on that level. But yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with the shirt. It would be kind of funny if I went in there wearing this and just ordered something completely different. I'm not gonna do that though. I feel a little bit like the guy who goes into Costco wearing the t-shirt with the barcode for the rotisserie chicken, and I don't love that. All right, here we go. I mean, easily one of the most uncomfortable experiences of my life. There was no one in line in front of me, and so they had the entire walk from the door up to the counter to notice the shirt and just clocked it immediately. I think as soon as I told the guy that I was getting a bowl, the other girl working was like, I think he's got what he wants right there.
White rice or white? I'm gonna do white rice.
I think he has on his shirt white.
Is that accurate? That is accurate. Yeah, that's embarrassing.
And then, yeah, just had to do a walk of shame down the line. And maybe the worst part was that they didn't know that it was Chipotle merch.
Did you catch your
I told her that it was from the Chipotle store, and she said, that's crazy. And she's right. That is crazy. Here's where I think I land on this shirt. Am I into it? No. Should it exist for like a very niche subset of hardcore Chipotle fans? Probably. But practically speaking, it just creates like a very awkward interaction with the staff at your local Chipotle. All right, I gotta head back. There are more crazy products to unbox. I don't think I'm ever going to overcome the Taco Bell shill accusations, so I'll just go ahead and say that I probably would wear merch that said like Cheesy Gordita Crunch or something like that. All right, my next item is one that I mentioned at the beginning, and that's shampoo and conditioner from Dunkin. Somebody will clean that up. We're the ones who got to clean that up. All right, so these were made in partnership with a company called Native. Dunkin doesn't really have a merch store at all right now, so you do have to buy these through the Native website. The shampoo scent is Boston Cream. That is my favorite donut flavor, but in my mind, it just kind of conjures images of like them bottling up the cream filling from a Boston cream donut, which I'm gonna be honest, is not something that I want to be putting in my hair. And then the conditioner is strawberry frosted. So apparently they're supposed to be free of silicone, sulfate, and parabens. The directions do say that I need to sing. It says lather, sing, rinse, and repeat. It does say caution, our scents are sweet, but do not eat. Just gonna do a quick smell test real quick. Ooh! Okay, this one smells the closest to the real thing of anything that I've smelled so far. I might be into this. That one is like really sweet. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna go take a shower real quick and I'll be back to report on what the heck is going on with these two bottles. Okay, that was absolutely electric. I feel like I was ready to be disappointed and it just blew my expectations out of the water. So first of all, it didn't look like Boston Cream at all. The shampoo was actually like transparent, or I guess translucent. And then the conditioner wasn't even pink at all. It was like a white normal conditioner color. So that helped to like kind of put those fears aside. And then the experience itself was just like out of this world. I mean, maybe the bar is exceptionally low because guys' shampoo scents are all like, you know, abstract concepts, and this was just like a fun smell. I will say in terms of accuracy, the Boston Cream one reminded me a little bit more of like a cinnamon roll. Like if you took whatever's halfway between a Boston Cream donut and a cinnamon roll, that's probably what that would smell like. But honestly, way more accurate in terms of smell than the Candle and the Cilantro soap. And then the strawberry conditioner, I think might have changed my life. So this is an easy one for me. Not only should these exist, but I'm also very much into it. For what it's worth, if there is anybody out there that wants to, you know, mix up your shampoo situation, for me personally, mint scented toiletries have been a game changer. Like there's this mint shampoo from Trader Joe's. You can get like a mint shaving cream. Makes your face feel like it's on fire. It's crazy. I'm getting a little sidetracked and I need to change, but we do have one more item, and that's Grimace themed Crocs from McDonald's. Oh my gosh. Okay, these were part of a collab between McDonald's and Crocs, and they had several different characters in this line. So there was Birdie and the Hamburglar, and obviously Grimace. I went with Grimace because I feel like he's the most iconic. Interestingly, the sole here says 2023, so I guess these aren't that new. So these actually were sold through the official McDonald's merch store, and I think maybe also available on the Crocs website, but it looks like they are mostly sold out because all I can find now are the super small sizes on the Crocs storefront on Amazon, like for people with very tiny feet. So if that's you, you're in luck, but if you have average size feet like I do, you'll probably need to use a resale marketplace like I did. I've never owned Crocs, so I'm excited about this. I don't think I've even worn a pair of Crocs as far as I can remember. I know that these are more of the sandal style, but I'm still excited. So they have these little, I should know this, I'm gonna look this up. What are the little things on Crocs called? Gibbets with a Z. Cool blasters with a Z. So one of them is made to look like Grimace's face, and then the other one just has a little mini Grimace and a little mini milkshake. Some fun facts about Grimace I found out while researching for this video. He initially had 4 arms instead of 2, and he started out as a milkshake stealing villain. And this might be the best one. Apparently, after he threw out the first pitch for the New York Mets in June of last year, the Mets went on a 7-game winning streak, so he became somewhat of like a good luck charm for them. But much like the other things, I think in order to get the full experience, I need to take these for a spin and go get some Mickey D's, or as my Australian friends would say, Maccas.
I'm coming in hot. Coming in hot, just like the fajita. I write what I live, my life in the speaker. I'm nice with the flow, just like the demeanor. I'm feeding my fam, I'm feeding the meter.
All right, where do I land on these? I would say that the like fuzzy lining is pretty comfortable, but they don't have quite as much cushion as I might have expected. I don't know. I mean, I feel like these are fairly comfortable, so maybe that's what I'll be wearing underneath the desk for future episodes. You'll never know. I would say that I'm like surprisingly a little bit into these. That being said, I can't really decide whether they should exist or not, so let me know if you have a strong opinion about that. Believe it or not, there are actually a ton of products that I researched for this video that I wasn't able to get my hands on, including Whataburger cowboy boots. Those were a limited release, but I couldn't find any for sale in my my size, which is men's 11, a Subway diffuser that apparently smelled like a Subway restaurant, and then there was this whole Wendy's website with like frosty flavored lip balm and Wendy's AirPods, but you had to be a Wendy's store manager to order from it. So if you want to see a part 2, let me know in the comments, or better yet, if you know how to access any of the products that I just mentioned, or want to suggest other weird fast food products, comment down below or message me on Instagram and we'll see if we can make it happen. I'll see you in a couple weeks for the next episode of the studio review, which is one that I've been working on for a few months now. But until then, just remember that even when it doesn't feel like it, it's gonna be okay. I'll see you soon.